Environmentalists are a really passionate bunch, and they recognise sites as sacred to animals for breeding, for feeding. They recognise them as traditional, cultural places of import, just as certain places are for human beings and Indigenous cultures all over the world. And they will fight to protect it. Property developers will hire environmental lawyers to crunch the numbers and let people know that they're not really doing much damage at all and that the spot isn't really of any significance. And they will go ahead and create developments in places such as the Colorado wilderness, like Longhorn, near a dam north of Salida. People who like to go and live in the wilderness and look out over these 35 hectares of wilderness with an unobstructed view to enjoy the space, enjoy the wildlife, can get a bit resentful when property developers move in and want to build all over their view. So there's lots of conflict even in the thought of having a spot developed for homes. There's also a lot of interest in the work, people vying for contracts, putting in tenders, and maybe even doing some more shady type of deals. To someone that's moved away from where a lot of his work would have been into the wilderness with his beautiful wife, a place like Longhorn would be an extremely attractive development to work on. When roads are cleared and things like that, supporting walls and all sorts of landscaping needs to be done. And especially when there's 15 homes involved, this is a lucrative and exciting opportunity. Is it true? I'm not quite sure. I couldn't find the right deed, but I could find similar. They're definitely being sold in this spot. Is it true that Mr. Morphew bought for his mum, who was with him when Tyson Draper had his conversation with him? Is it true he bought a 3.05 hectare lot out there at Longhorn for his mum? That's a large property, but I guess on 35 acres there's only going to be 15 homes. Not much to complain about, is there? But it's a lot of money, it's a lot of work, and if Barry's aware of this property, he's also aware that there's a lot of money to be made there and it's close to home. A lot of people are trying to stop this development, even though I'm not sure that they've been successful, but who knows? I mean, when you see habitats destroyed that have been established for a long time, it's very easy to realise or to think, there is no need for this, it's so senseless, down to all of the insects. They deserve not to be destroyed, to be left in peace, to live their lives. They're very important as part of ecology, and they're part of this world just as we are. And sometimes it seems greedy when we want the best spots for ourselves. So I don't know, I was just wondering, have there been deals going on with the landscaping and contracts? Have there been annoyed environmentalists? What's going on in Colorado, in Salida, at Longhorn? Is there anything going on between Maysville and Longhorn? You know, Barry, he thought it was too soon because maybe he just thought someone was threatening him by using innocent Suzanne, and then he's come out with the reward, no questions asked. I mean, does he have an inkling? And is he looking for clues? Because he's looking in an area that's been gone over by his army buddy, by drones, by searchers. He's not looking for Suzanne where he is near his home. on those roads, on those trails where Tyson Draper found him. But is he looking for something to link him to someone he thinks has Suzanne because of a deal he's trying to make, because of some work he's going to do? He would be seen as someone that's going to destroy beautiful landscape. He's going to destroy people's views. Maybe he's taken the job out from someone who's been there longer, someone who lives in Salida, who's worked many years, many decades even, in Salida, and who feels that if there's any work going, it's theirs. They're part of that town. The Morphews are blow-ins, tumbleweeds. How dare they? They should be paying their dues and contributing to the economy by buying their homes, purchasing their food. But really, should they be taking our work, our prestigious jobs? It's going to be a beautiful development. Every home has about 3 hectares. If you work in acres, it's a lot of land, it's a lot of acres. You can leave it as wilderness and you can enjoy the bounty of Colorado coming past your doorstep. The deer, and watch the eagles, and I'm sure it's extremely special out there, and it's very accessible. It's very luxurious and a sought after new community, because it's even closer to Denver and Colorado than is somewhere like Maysfield, where there's about 100 homes. And no doubt these 15 homes are thought of as either the beginning of the end or the beginning of more and more cash flow, more and more contracts, as you know, the area is always chipped away at. Starts with 35 hectares. That's, oh, it's been fenced off, there's already a boundary, wildlife are used to not going there. No, they don't respect that at all. Deer don't know that they can't jump a fence, nor do insects or birds realise they can't fly. Animals don't realise they can't crawl through or go over. I mean, animals are living there probably in their millions when you count the insects, and they don't recognise that sort of boundary. And their home, their traditional land, is only going to get more and more damaged and stolen. So anyway, just a thought.